I feel like that's Egyptian mummy sex. Why does that sound nepo? That just sounds like
nepo
something
because
Egyptian.
in Latin
Tell me.
nepo means nephew.
Oh, this
And
is completely like Roman then, I guess. I'm a little wrong.
yeah, it is.
That's a little
It is.
Egyptian.
But like
That's
this
like
term
super
was
nephew.
coined in Napoleon's administration for the first time
No.
as nepotism in Napoleon's administration. His administration was the first time when people said that people should be like inside a government. People started saying that people should be appointed based upon their merit and not based upon only whose nephew someone is, right? And that's why in Hindi it gets translated as bhai bhatija vad. So so it's not nepotism for Napoleon, but for nephew. Nepo as a nephew. That is what it was. Though he was not obviously not the first guy.
So basically, it's just
Sorry.
about the word that he used. Instead, if he had niece, it would be Nepotism.
Yeah, but there was not enough feminism going around in Napoleonic times
Oh yeah, of course. Nepotism
for
is for men.
there to exist. And nieceism.
I get it.
So
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
So, so apparently the first guy to talk about nepotism was a South Indian. Is that a politically correct term anymore? Priest, okay, a sadhu from Tamil Nadu called Thiruvalluvar.
Okay.
And I would like to read Thiruvalluvar.
Is he the guy who wrote all those poems?
Yeah, he wrote poems, and your grandfather was a very famous poet in Kerala, right?
Yeah. My great grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Not my grandfather. Yeah, he's great, and he wrote a lot of poems and songs and shit. And apparently, you have to learn it if you're in Malayali school. I don't know, Kerala school or whatever. Because I never went to those schools, so I don't know any of his poems. And yeah, you have to learn some of his poems apparently.
What was his name?
K.C. Keshavadas Pillai.
Okay, and he's
Should look at him. He's a
big.
good-looking guy. Looks just like me.
Okay. We are not. This episode is not about paradoxes and lies. This episode is about nepotism.
And a shitty week. Yeah.
So this episode, so Thiruvalluvar said, candidates that are unfit or unworthy from family circles or friends for responsible posts have become common, and they like he said that he was basically trying to give. He was kind of a Chanakya of Tamil Nadu in the region that he was born in the. Part of history where he was prophesizing, and he was giving rules on how kingdoms should be run and how government officials should be appointed. And he came up with this idea that inside, especially inside monarchy, people are often appointed because of who they are related to, and it can get intense. Like in Europe, you know about Europe, right? Like everyone ended up becoming everyone else's nephew. And the gene pool started growing. Because of nepotism, the gene pool started growing so small that eventually, like, everyone was born with some sort of a deformity. Because, like, you could only become a king if you were born to a king. This is just institutionalized nepotism. So Confucius had a very shaky take on Confucius and Aristotle both. They both were against corruption, but both of them also had this entire thing like, like Aristotle said, equal people should be treated equally and unequal people should be treated unequally. So you see, so inside the monarchy and the people who deserve, who they think or whoever the society says they deserve to be in this place, so they get the facilities, but the slaves and women and other people who do not get the same level of social benefits or social privileges or social or in some other manner, they do not have the ability to achieve those. So it's okay if you fuck them. It's totally fine. So that's kind of the line where, both Confucius and Aristotle went, and it's a very problematic line.
Confucius
because
say he don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.